This is Crissy from Crissy Crochet. Look at all these lovely colors that I have out here for you today to see. This yarn, or actually cotton thread, is a fashion number 3 by Aunt Lydia. So the smaller one is a 10. This one's a little bit bigger than a 10. And I use a 3.5 millimeter needle with this type crochet thread, and it's fun to use. Now, I had been hesitant about using the little bitty thread. I am loving it. So if you've never done this, you've got to try it. Now, this color is just purple, and this one, I think it's just natural, if I remember correctly. Yes, that's just a natural in it. And this is a teal, warm teal. It's really pretty. I've not actually made anything from it yet. And then I have, this is a maize color. Of course, it's, you know, the yellow is maize is the name of it. And this color is a gray silver. This one's actually called silver. Now, there's a deeper color of gray also. Then your white. And everybody always likes white. And then this is Adam red. And there's also a different color of this that's almost a burgundy color. And this one is a warm blue. So what we're going to need today is a ball of this, or 2 colors if you want to do a 2-toned project. And let me move some of this out of the way a little bit, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be making. We're going to be making this little purse. So what I have done, I have fixed it as a keychain. And I've added a couple of little embellishments and hooked it with a lobster claw. And the bow, there is a video that I've already made that's on YouTube. And this little bow just takes just a few minutes to do. Okay, and in the video, I'm going to stop when we get to the point that you would change colors. And let me show you what they look like. Here's one that's done in white and pink. So we'll be looking at this one again later on. Okay, you need also, of course, the standards, you know, pair of scissors, the 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, a darning needle to sew in ends. And then if you're making the keychain, you'll need the chain and so forth, whatever you want to put on it if you want to make it a keychain. Now, this would be really cute, I think, for any little girl or a grown-up, a teenager. It'd be real cute to have the school colors and have things dangling from it that would reflect their mascot. But anyway, this is a real fun project, and we're going to get started. And just get your materials ready, and we'll get going. And by the way, if you don't mind, if you like the video, please click like. And if you would like to follow me, please click that bell so that you will know when I've made another video. All right, let's get started. We're going to start off by making a magic circle. You're going to take the tail of your thread. I make an X on the back side, turn it over. I go under the first strand and pull the other one through, twist, and get the upper side across the X part. and then I just pull it through, and then you have your magic circle. And this one will not fall apart as you start working, so you can let go of it, and that's why I like this method. But you do your method the way that you prefer to do your magic circle. In the magic circle, we're going to put 10 single crochets. To do a single crochet, go in to the circle, yarn over, pull the yarn up, or the thread in this case, yarn over and pull through. And that's your first single crochet. Go into the circle, bring it up, yarn over, pull through, and you just keep doing this. We do this 10 times, okay? So we just continue. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we just take the tail and close up the circle like that. Okay, and we are going to do this as a spiral, and right there's what it looks like right now. We're not going to actually stop and slip stitch, but we do need to mark where we're going to start back. So what I'm going to do is use this little piece of the crochet thread, and I'm just going to put it right there where I'm going to start the next row. Okay, so right there's our next stitch, and instead of slip stitching, we just go under the top 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, and just go ahead and finish your single crochet. So that's 1. Now we're going to put 2 single crochets in each stitch. So we have 1 there, go right back in the same place, put another single crochet. All right, and so we're going to increase in each stitch. The next one, do the same thing. Do 2 single crochets. The next one, 2 single crochets. And just keep going around. We're going to count and make sure that we have 20 stitches. So I'm just going to go through and just count the tops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and that little one in there is the 20th. All right, so we're good because we were increasing 1 stitch in each of the 10, so now we have 20. All right, we're going to pull our stitch marker out and just bring it up. Now you use any kind of stitch marker that you want to. You can use, like I'm doing, it's very easy, or you can use one that you have that you like to use. So we're going to go down in here, and this time we're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch. So we will not increase, so we'll end up with 20 when we get back around. All right, so we'll just, this one's kind of little in there, so get down in there and get it. And single crochet. Again, you just keep, do 1 this time in each stitch, and you just keep going around. At this point, we should have 20 stitches because we did not increase that round. Now, the next round, and this is what it looks like. And I might pull my little center just a wee bit tighter. Okay. Alrighty. Now you take out your stitch marker, bring it up. This round, we are going to increase every other stitch. So we'll put 1 single crochet in the first one, and then we'll put 2 in the next one. And like I said, you don't slip stitch, you just go and just continue, and this is in a spiral. So there's 1 in the first one. We're going to put 2 in the next one. So that would be 2 right in there. So that's going to be 3. We're going to put 1 here, 4, and then we're going to put 2 here. So 5, 6. Then the next one is 7. Then the next one would be 8, 9. Next one, 10. Then 11, 12, 2 in that one, and just keep going on around. This one would be 28, and then 2 in this one, 29, and 30. So 30 would be correct. Now, that's all we're going to increase. Okay, now the rest of it we're going to be doing rows of single crochet. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So as I said, we're going to be just putting 1 stitch in each stitch, so there's no more increases. So rows 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 will be this same pattern. You'll just put 1 in each one. You have your stitch marker up, and then we'll just start 1 in each stitch. 2, then another one in the 3rd stitch, 1 stitch. And we'll just, keep going doing the single crochets. Just like that. And you'll notice that this will start turning a little bit, and that's okay. This is going to make kind of a flat bottom once we get farther up the sides of it. And I thought it'd be kind of cute to have that part flat. I just wanted to show you this. Now I have 6 rows finished. You see how there's a little curl on the edge? Yours is probably doing that. Now, as we continue, you can just kind of turn it and then start working around from the edge. Okay, meet you back. Okay, when you get your 10 rows finished, your project's going to look like a little basket almost. It's a little bit flat on the bottom. And when we make it, we'll be folding it, and we will make the handles. Now, I want it to stop the other one that I was doing. This one actually is one that I'm going to show you how to change colors. Now, right here is my stitch marker, so I'm going to pull that loose, and right there is where I'm at. Now, I think the easiest, best way to do this probably is to back up just a little bit, take that one out to the 2 loops. Okay, that's the very last stitch. Now, if you want to add white, let's say, we're just going to go ahead and pull the white color into it to finish that stitch. So I'm going to cut the rose-colored yarn off, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to tie a little knot in the back of this. I would rather make sure that it doesn't come loose, and a little knot back here will not show. So I take, let's see what I've got here. Now that's the one that's in the center, so I don't want that one. All right, so we take the 2 tails and kind of pull that, and then you want to adjust this up here in front to where that's going to be not too loose, not too tight. And I think that's going to be pretty close there. Okay, just go ahead. And if you like to fasten it a different way, you know, of course, that's just fine. This is just the way that I think might be the best for me. All right, so I'm going to just tie that in a knot. And I'm not going to worry about working those ends in right now. So that way it won't be, since this is kind of delicate, I don't want like it to be too fat working it in. And you can do that. I mean, you can go ahead and, if you want to, you know, and work the tails in as you go. But on this, I don't. Okay, so basically right there now is your last stitch. So I'm going to put the stitch marker in, and now I'll just be starting my next row. Okay, and again, we need to make sure we have 30 here. So let's go around and do this row, and I'll show you kind of how I fasten it back together. So there's 2, okay, 3, 4, okay. And I'll meet you back when I get back around. Of course, you may be just doing the solid one, so I just wanted to show you this before I continued with the other part. I'm at 29, and then this one is going to be 30 right there. And you just go ahead and you do that stitch. All right, so that's brought it back together. Now, you move your stitch marker. Okay, and now you'll just continue. So we'll just start back again here, 1, 2, and right on around. And let me show you. I'll do this row and I'll show you, and then we'll continue with the solid one. So when you get back around and you do your 30th stitch, it's going to look something like this. And then after you move your stitch marker, let me do just a few stitches here. Now, because it's a spiral, you're moving up a little bit. You're not ending a row. So there's a little bit of a difference, especially that's going to show a little bit when you change colors. But this is not a bad method at all. So let me just kind of show. Whoops, I don't want to pull that out because I'll be finishing this one. But if you look at this, it goes up a little bit, but by the time you get it done, it's not bad. And then actually you'll see in a minute after we finish the other, the pink one, it's going to fold right there, and you're not really going to see it. Now, if some people have a better way that you would like to comment and tell us about, I would, love to see everybody's ideas. And anytime I'm doing a video, any way that we can improve it it's always great to do that. But like I said, there's a little bit of a change, but it's not terrible this way. And as I said, you'll fold it and you won't ever see it on this project. It depends on, now if it's round, you'll see it just a little bit. Okay, I'll continue now with the other part. I'm back around and you have 12 rows and the little bottom's kind of flat, looks like a little basket, and that's what it's supposed to look like. And then later, as we shape it, it will look like the little purse. Okay, so we'll make this one all the same color, and I'm going to pull my stitch marker and bring it up, and on row 13 we are going to start working to form the handles. So we're going to do 5 single crochets. Make sure you brought your stitch marker up. 1, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to chain 10. To chain, just go under your yarn, yarn over, pull through, and that's of course a chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to skip 5 stitches. Now if you'll look closely, you've already got your stitch here. So you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that will be your 6th one. You will slip stitch. You'll actually go ahead and do a single crochet in that one. Go ahead and do a single crochet there. Okay. Now, let's do, there's 1. We're going to do 10 now. And that will count as the first of the 10. All right. So there's 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and if you want to look at that, see how that's made a little loop there, and we'll make that thicker here in just a few minutes. All right, now we're going to chain 10 again. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to skip 5. That one's already got a stitch in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be this one right here, will be the 6th one, which we'll just go ahead and make a single crochet there. So that'll be your first one. Then we're going to do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're back just exactly back around. Now this time we're going to, instead of doing single crochets, we're going to do half double crochets. So we're going to pull this out and put it up here. To do a half double crochet, wrap around your hook, go down in your stitch, yarn over and pull up. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, and that's a half double crochet. So we're going to do over to where we started our handle. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up, go through all 3 stitches. Yarn over, again into that next one. Okay, the next one. Okay, and that should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one more right here. If you'll look right in there, there's one that we need to get. That would be our 5th one, which would be correct. Now, in our little handle, you need to do at least 12, and depending on how loosely you crochet, you might even need 14. The biggest thing is if you put 12 on this side, put 12 on this side, and if you put 14, of course, put 14. Just make them the same. We're still doing the double crochets. So let's double crochet. There's one, and you just go all the way through. Yarn over, go just under it, and then come back up. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I'm going to look at it, okay, and I'm going to actually put 2 more, okay, because I've still got a little space there. So I'm putting 14, and I think most of the time I usually put 14. So we're going to do 2 more. And if yours has filled up nicely, just put 12. All right, now we're just going to continue doing those double crochets. So get to the next stitch, double crochet. And so we will have 10. Everything's kind of broken up into 5s. And of course this long stretch over here, you're doing 5 and 5. And on this side, you do 10 straight through. So go ahead. Let's just go ahead and do those. So, okay. Just go ahead and put a half double crochet in each stitch. Okay. And I wouldn't even necessarily at this point worry about doing too much counting. You should be fine. Just keep doing the stitches until you get to the handle. Okay, and I've got one more there, it looks like. And then we just keep going. We're to the handle. I'm going to put 14. Okay, just go ahead and do yours. Okay, I'm to 12, now 13, and 14. Okay, all right. Now, to get back to our stitch marker, we need to do the other. Well, we've actually already brought one into here. You more than likely have 4 stitches. So do 4 more. And if you have 5, just go ahead and put them in, because it won't make any difference at this point, I don't think. Okay. Okay, so now I'm back around, and what we're going to do now is just do a slip stitch. Now this is what your little purse is looking like. Should be. Okay, your little handles, and if you need to even those up a little bit around the chain, that's what it should be looking like. But it will make it look nicer if we do one more row and do a slip stitch in each stitch. So we still need to keep the stitch marker, so bring it up. All right, and then just in the next stitch, to slip stitch, just go through the top 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, and then pull right on through. Okay, go under the 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through, pull on through. And at this point again, there's not any use to count. Just put 1 slip stitch into each stitch. The main thing is you need 30 when you start doing your handles so that it comes out even. And then after that, it will work out in, like I said, in sections of 5. Okay, I'll meet you back when you get back around. Okay, we're back around, and go ahead and you've got your slip stitch to your marker. Now, leave just a little room here, and we're going to cut this off. Now, typically, you do a kind of a knot there because you just slip stitch and tie it off. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my stitch marker. I'm going to pull this through, and we're going to make sort of an invisible join there. Now, use whatever needle. This is a really nice needle. It's fairly slender up here where the eye's at, but still with this number 3 crochet thread, it still doesn't work quite as well, but it works great with yarns. But what I'm going to do is just use a smaller needle. And for this, I kind of need to use the threader. So we're making this last stitch. And to do that, as you slip stitch it, if you'll look, you're going around in the sides. So this is the one that's needing to have one made. So we'll come over here, and all you'll do is go up like the 2 loops right there, and you'll come up, and what we're going to do is go down in this one, that where we're pulling from. So see how that pulls right there? Then you come back around, and right in that same hole, just go through into the back of it is fine. Okay? And then you don't have a knot there, and it looks much, much nicer. It makes a smooth finish. Now we're going to turn this over. Make sure that's snug, but not too snug. You don't want it to dip down too much. Now, all you got to do now is just to work in your ends. And I usually go one way and then kind of back the other way. And then maybe back down just a little bit, or across, either way. Probably just go back down a little bit. Okay, and so you've worked that one in, and then you need to go down and work in the one in the bottom. Go ahead and do that, and then we'll look at what we have. Come back down here. Now, I know a lot of people just snip this off, but I actually take the time to go ahead and go a little bit more with it and just put the tail a little bit further around it. So like right here, you've got that pulled as tight as you want it. I think that one's fine. And then I just kind of work it just a few more stitches, not far, but that way I feel like that just will not come out. But I've always done that, but it takes a little extra time, but I think it's worth it. And mine's wanting to be hard to go through. I must have got, okay, there we go. There, okay. Then I'll snip it off. Okay. Now, let's turn it, and let's take a look at it there. Okay. Just kind of shape it, and just whichever side. They're basically identical. So basically with the 30 stitches, you have 5 of them here, then a total of 10 here, 5 here, and then 10 here. But since you're starting on the side, then you do those last ones in 5s. And that gives you your total of 30. And that's what your little pocketbook looks like, or your little purse. And it will set up. And I'll show you how to decorate it. I have a video on my channel that we made these little bows. So what I'm going to do, you can go back and make some if you would like from that video. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip off. Those are double tied in the back. And I'm going to spread out. I'm going to spread out the little ends. And I'm going to use some art glitter glue and put some on the back. And just make sure that those little tails get in the glue so they won't come out. And then I'm gonna glue these on. Now, if you want to, you can sew them on. That's just your preference, if that's what you want to use, or other embellishments. Then I just kind of center, just give a little room there to where there's enough room to put it. Then once I get to that point, I usually turn it over and then do the ends. I kind of get the center of it, then tack down those ends by putting the glue, or as I said, you could sew them on, do them in a way you want to, or use something different. But I just think these little crochet bows are cute to use on them. Okay, so you just kind of get it situated. Then if you want to, like a cotton ball or some fiberfield, you could stick down in there to kind of make them a little bit fuller if you're not going to put anything in them. If you want to, you can put some little pieces of Velcro, just glue it in and to make it hold together, or you could put some kind of little snap. But anyway, I think they're very cute. And then we're going to put a keychain on them. And I have different ones. That one I've got already a little 4-leaf clover. And then I have, I don't have all these decorated yet, but here's one that's got a big lobster type claw, which works well because it will go around that little handle good, like that. And then you can add things like little balls and little tassels. And here's a heart type that you can use. And then you can dangle as much stuff as you want to, which I'll show you some others in just a minute. Here's the one that we did today. And you can see that I have a little tassel and like a little milkshake bottle. Okay, and then this one is one that I have, well, a little glass ball with stars and a 4-leaf clover on it. This one has a little bit of a Western look. I put some little beads and a little cowboy hat and a 4-leaf clover. And this is kind of a Western green color. Not exactly a sage color, but kind of. And here's a blue one that I made a little tassel. And it's got a little heart and a little charm that says hope. And this one. Now, wouldn't this one be cute for a little girl to go to church? on Easter Sunday with her new little outfit and her little pocketbook, and then maybe this hanging to it. Of course, adults can use these. I was just saying that this one particularly looked like a little girl's with the little pearl, and this one I put a little cross on it, and another one of the little balls, and this one has a heart hook, lobster hook. So those are some different possibilities that you might make. And if you like the video, please click like, and please join me on my channel and click the bell so that you can find out when I do new videos. Thank you for being with me today, and we'll see you later and do some more projects. Bye for now.